Mount Isa has always been a bit of a diamond in the rough out here in outback Queensland because it was built on a rich mineral deposit that's made it one of the most important mines, not only in Australia, but also right around the world. It's a land of red dirt, blood, sweat and tears. And because of its isolation out here, it's given the Isa a character all of its own. There's so much more to this town though. And visiting is all about getting to know the story of this region. One of the town's most famous attractions is the Mount Isa Rodeo.
Are you ready for some rodeo?
It's a huge draw card for cowboys and girls from right around the country. So much, in fact, it's become the largest rodeo in the Southern Hemisphere. But it's mining that really put Mount Isa on the map. And the outback at Isa showcases some of that history. And just out the back is this natural gem.
So this beauty right here, this is a ruby saltbush. Some people actually call it a little bush tomato because it looks like a little tiny red tomato.
Oh wow, you do get a really big pop of sweetness, don't you?
Yeah.
The Bush Tucker Tour gives you a chance to learn about the ancient culinary traditions of Australia's Indigenous culture. And it's quite an amazing way to come and taste a bit of the Queensland outback.
Yeah, so it's really good because it gives visitors an experience, Indigenous experience actually, and we get to teach them about everything that's over 50,000 years old, so very old knowledge.
Wow.
Yeah.
La, 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 la.
Led by local Indigenous guides, the experience takes you on a sensory journey, revealing some secrets of the outback landscape.
So what guests find amazing about northwest Queensland is that there's so much out here. They think it's dead and dry, but it's not. There's like 1,000 different plants and weeds and trees they can use for anything, like fruit, medicine, pastries even, cakes, or just tea.
There's plenty of interesting flavours to tickle your taste buds, but I'd highly recommend sticking close to your guide on this one.
Laxatives.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
Constipation medication. We call it cattle bush because cattle eat it. Yeah, they poop and it smells horrid.
Right.
It's not as bad as bat poop, so there's that bonus.
I just called into the city of Mount Isa.
Mount Isa's story is really all about the people. And the resilience of those who have lived in the area is also on display in a totally unique experience. This is Australia's first and only underground hospital, which was set up back in World War II. And at the time, all the miners of the area banded together to blast and carve these tunnels out of solid rock in just under 4 months. But it was all for a very good cause. The underground hospital takes you on an immersive journey back to the 1940s.
This place was set up as an air raid shelter. So during World War II, when the Japanese were threatening to invade Australia and threatening to bomb some of the cities around the coast, we were under the assumption that we would be next. So all the volunteer miners dug this tunnel out for the hospital. When the air raid drills happen, everyone had to come down here. That's patients, doctors, nurses. Everyone had to come down here and wait out until the siren was over.
The 1-hour guided tour brings to life the stories of the hospital. It's a living piece of history that was lost for decades until some local kids found the tunnels and made the mistake of lighting a campfire down here.
The fire brigade is sent, the police are sent, the kids are picked up, and that's when all the stories start to come out because you've got all the volunteer miners, doctors, all the nurses, everyone with all their stories start to come out, and that's when we turn it into a tourist attraction.
Wow. One of the charms of Mount Isa is the surrounding landscapes, and Lakemundara is one of the area's not-so-hidden gems. A sunset tour shakes up the usual outback scenery with a visit to the lake that sits just 15 minutes from the centre of town. The tour takes you to all the key locations, but it's the final stop, shared with a few of the locals, that everyone comes to enjoy. This is one of the things I love about travelling through outback Queensland. You just have to expect the unexpected.